With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Giants. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On second down, it's Carson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Loss of 2 brings up third down and 8.
Hey, Mike, slow down. Good job right there. Everyone, Mike 20. Easy.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 44 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now it's Carson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Wilson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This is Carson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They run it with Carson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 7, Giants nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
And 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Aldon Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And it's 3 and out.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Giants nothing.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Carson, the ball
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Seahawks, 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
To Darius Slayton. 24-yard gain on the play.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Jones pass.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
From the 41, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check pass. Gun. 52 right here. 52. Yeah, I got you. 52's the mark, boys. 52.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hey, Mike 20. Watch the run. Look for signals.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 35-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Open man is Galladay, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll get this one to Galladay.
Jones pass.
7 yards, the pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 43-yard line.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Jones. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Seahawks.
from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
At the 20-yard line.
Here's Carson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Chris Carson.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
The goal line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Here's Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 44, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Giants.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jones pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He gives it off to Carson.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Chris Carson.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, quick hitter here, it's complete.
Pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
Pass.
And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay.
Jones.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 7-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Carson, the ball
a gain of 3, 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Just like that. Just like that.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Chris Carson.
It's a 6.